What is up, guys? God bless you all. Welcome back to another video. Today is the day that we finally gonna start installing the turbo kit on the Nissan Sentra. So yeah, you heard that right. Today we're gonna start installing the turbo on the B13, and probably this may take a couple videos. It might be just one long video depending on how the footage goes. But before we start installing everything, let me give you a small update. So I started getting a couple things done on the car, nothing major. I finally mounted my radiator, and I got this time the red aluminum bracket from the Civic, and also I got the grommet from the Civic, so now the radiator is stay and in place, doesn't move, so that's good. I also installed like this dress up kit similar to what Maxwork does with the purple one, so this one should be a nice detail to make the car look more appealing. Besides that, I still have the coilover from the last time, but those are gonna go out because I hate them. Besides that, I also got the locking ring for the fuel pump. Remember that mine was messed up when I did my fuel pump install, so this one is gonna replace that. Besides that, basically is turbo time. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have any issues. My only concern is that before I didn't have the Honda setup, so I'm concerned about this being on the way with a wastegate, which you guys can see it right there. But besides that, it should be fun. You guys can see my intercooler is actually mounted. Probably you guys can see somewhere over there. Let me see my hand right here. You know what, I guess I'll show you in a second. So there you guys can see a little better, and yep, that's a Honda radiator setup, and you guys can see how the red accents look very nice. I'm thinking about maybe pulling out the intake manifold and borrowing my throttle body for the SR20D throttle, but I'm not sure yet. But let's see how things go. So I wanna have a fun car, you know, but I don't want to have the car here for like 7 weeks anyway, so let's start taking stuff out. Let's go. So it's a lot of ways that we can get this done, but the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start pulling out the AEM exhaust and start mounting the turbo, because that's the part I'm looking forward to. Besides that, I have to fix that oil leak that I have, so gonna get the car on jack stands, and I'm gonna show you this manifold out in 2 seconds. And boom, yeah, just like that, we have the turbo installed. I just mock up the downpipe. It's not fully bolted on, but you guys can see it right there. I'm gonna try to show you the turbo from here, and there it is. So we got that mounted. I have the manifold mounted with the wastegate mounted. I did run into an issue that I wasn't expecting, and that is that my radiator setup doesn't fit with the whole manifold and turbo. I was expecting to have to relocate the pipe a little bit, but the problem that I'm having is that the radiator is hitting the turbo down there in the middle, so I'm gonna have to actually push more over the radiator, which is gonna be a huge headache, so that is gonna delay everything. But I still have to mount the turbo lines, and the other one, basically the return, should be almost all set. It's kind of dark, but you guys can see it right here. And then that one, it's gonna actually bolt on right there. My light is dead, but let me see if I can show you better. All right, let's try with the cell phone. and you guys can see it right there. So that's the return block right there, and that one it should mount there. So after that we should be all set with the return. And I still have to do the oil fee, but that will be for tomorrow because it's almost 12 a.m. and I have to work tomorrow. So see you guys in 2 seconds. Alright, so it's the next day and successfully I got the manifold on. I make the decision, I'm going to run back the AEM radiator setup, because if I kept the Civic one, which is right here, I have to relocate the battery, which I'm planning on doing, but not now. I'm gonna have to redo the intercooler piping, and also I was still having issues with the turbo intake pipe for the MAF. So to make it simple, I decided to run AEM. That one is on order, so I should get probably by the end of the week. So there you guys can see the turbo a little better. Let me grab my light. All right, and there you guys can see it. Let me show you a little closer. It's easier to see now that the radiator is not on place. Yep, there it is. So have it covered for now. So the AEM radiator should fit right here, and then I have to mount the fans. The wastegate is installed, everything is bolt on. Also the wastegate, the downpipe is also bolt on. It gave me a huge headache to mount it, but it's on. I also mount the strut bar to test it, and I'm just have to change those straps I haven't do. But the plan for today is to actually have the turbo lines installed. So you guys saw on the last clip the return, so that one should be all set. It's only remove the cap and plug it, some Teflon, we should be good to go. And now I'm gonna start working with the oil feet, and you guys will see that one on in a second. Let's go. So this was a few minutes before you guys saw the previous clip. So I know somebody is always gonna ask me, here I'll already show you. So this one is the fitting that I'm using for my oil feet. This one I grabbed from the stock oil pressure sensor, which is this one. So what I did, I removed this one and put it into this adapter right here that you guys can see it right there. So this one is gonna go back to the block. This one is cap. You can use this one if you wanna do like an aftermarket oil pressure sensor. And this one is where it's going to have the oil feed to the turbo. And I'm gonna show you real quick how it should look. So this one is my spare block, and you guys can see there the fuel filter. So this one is gonna be right there. So yep, so the line probably is gonna go like that. It's gonna go up, and I'm going to actually route it all the way to the turbo. So yeah, this one is my jig. As you guys can see, it has Teflon on all of them. So huge shout out to Jonathan, Boilerman. He's a boiler guy, and obviously he highly recommend to make sure that all the threads has Teflon. So that's what I did. So all of them are Teflon to make sure nothing leaks, and boom, yeah, just like that I have the lines on. So this is done. I have the return on as well, as you guys saw. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to mount the radiator. Actually it got here. This one is an AEM radiator, so it should be a bolt on. I'm not planning on putting the fans right now, but I want to actually go ahead and start the car, because I want to double check for oil leaks, since my feet line got bent a little bit, so I hope I didn't destroy it. But yeah, this one is the AEM one. Here is, let me show you real quick. So yeah, this one is an AEM one. Straight from eBay. I'm gonna mount it so I can put the hoses and I won't lose as much coolant. But yeah, I want to hear the car and inspect for oil leaks before I continue to keep getting everything on. So let's go. All right, so successfully I got everything on. The radiator is on. This hose, I might have to replace it since I by mistake I ordered the wrong one, so I had to kind of use the one that I had before, which is a little too short. But everything should be good to start up the car, inspect for leaks. So let's do that right now. Right guys, so you guys have it. First star, we're still halfway, but there it is. Any leaks over here? I don't see anything so far. Yeah, man, finally. Tuning will be the next step up. Yeah, little by little. Slay already, but yeah, I need to grab a new power steering, the new coolant hose. I need to grab a new belt because the one that I got is actually the wrong size, so I need to great. So let me just turn off the car right now. But yeah, everything seems to be getting there little by little. So I still have to basically finish up the intercooler piping. The next clip that you guys gonna see, the car should be on the ground and we're gonna go for test drive because I want to clean up the intercooler. That one was basically open there for the longest, so I just want to make sure that there's nothing in there. So I'm gonna just go for a cruise and you guys will see that in a little bit. Well, basically right now. Let's go. And yeah, the car is almost together. Right now I have the turbo keys fully on. I have most of the intercooler pipe done all the way up to here. Right now I just want to take out the car or motor to make sure I clean the intercooler, like I said, because if you guys know, my intercooler is being installed on the car since day one. So I just want to make sure that I don't have anything inside. Besides that, I mean, I still on stock fuel for the moment, so anyway, we're not getting no boost at the moment. But I would say we should be mostly done. It's not, I mean, it's not easy, but it's not like a lot left. So there you guys can see the turbo. So I got the intercooler piping that actually goes all the way from here, goes down there. You guys see the blue coupler, and it comes in the intercooler right here, pass through the intercooler, comes right here, another 90, gets out of there, another 90 goes up, and now I'm gonna have another straight pipe with a 90. And the whole purpose of doing this is because I will have space in here to run the MAF with intake and the filter. I'm planning to have the filter in the same location, but yeah, it will be something like similar to that, and it will go that way into the turbo. So yeah, we're gonna go for a small drive and let's see what's next. Right, so we are out. Something that I did, I actually installed back the old suspension in the front, so it is a lot better and I like it. It's kind of funny because the car, it feels the same way as before. Obviously it's all motor, but when you hit the gas, you can hear the turbo spinning and it sounds like a blower. Sounds kind of cool. I don't think the camera is going to pick up the sound, but to check my tune because the car is idling a little bit late, so I have to figure out. That's an issue that I had since before, but alright, so it's been over a week. I don't even know how long it's been, but after that drive that we went, I realized that I had a coolant leak, and after inspecting, I realized that I damaged the new radiator I got. Here is the new radiator that I got that installed a few weeks ago, and because this one is a lot wider, it doesn't clear as much as the AEM one. So while I was installing it, I actually damaged this over here, and you guys can see there how it looks, and it was leaking. So I had to actually order another one, spend another $100 on another radiator, have to wait over a week until they got here, and boom, there it is. We have a new radiator right there. This one, I make sure to put a cardboard on it. Probably you guys cannot see it, but let me get it live real quick. So I believe you guys can see it, the tape and the cardboard there. I want to just make sure that the same thing won't happen. So this time I have to remove everything. I broke an exhaust stud and I couldn't fix it, so I sent it like that. And yeah, everything is back together. I have the fan with a zip tie this time. I already have the turbo intake pipe, which is, I use the same one that I have here with the new mushroom filter. I kind of like the way it looks. I have to put the vacuum lines, but what I'm gonna do, I haven't started up the car like this yet, so I'm gonna start up the car right now. I still have to bleed the coolant, and I want to double check for any weird leaks, but this will be the first start officially turbo again. So I'm going to remove this coupler because again, I want to make sure that I don't have anything on the intercooler like dust or leaks or anything like that. Start up the car. I think with this removed, it may idle weird, but let's find out right now. Let's go. Alright, so the car is alive. I have to put a hose clamp right here. I'm going to put some coolant and we're gonna go for a drive. I need to get my laptop to have an idea what's going on. Right now I still have the stock injectors and I still don't have the fuel pressure regulator, but I know at least I have a 5 psi spring, and I still have to do the vacuum lines as well. So I just wanna take it for a small drive and see how it does. I'm not gonna go crazy. I don't have the boost gauge on, so I don't know exactly what's going on, but let me bleed the coolant, put a hose clamp, and I'm gonna take you guys for a ride again. Let's go. All right, so fill up the coolant. So far we're looking clean, no leaks in here, which is a great one. I'm going to put this hose clamp here right now, and basically we should be good to go for a test drive. Since I don't have the blow up valve connected yet, you guys can see that I don't have the hose. It's doing compression surge a little bit, so I'm gonna let you guys hear that for a second. All right. Let's go for a drive. We should be able to hit a couple pound of boost, but I'm not gonna do so because I don't have the injectors installed yet. So let me put this here so it looks a little better. Let's see how this thing goes. There you go. I put that window up so the window doesn't make that much noise. Wheel looking good in temperatures. When it comes in, and it sounds nice too. Yeah, you can hear the turbo spooling too. It sounds nice. It feels like another car, and I'm not even getting into it. Like, it's just, I think it's just the way it sounds. Oh man, this makes me so happy. I need to figure out a way how to put a mic on the engine bay so you guys can hear it. Man, it feels like a new car. Dude, I even forget how it felt, and it's not even 5 pounds. I'm not even getting on it. And need to get fuel too. Man, I forgot how it felt. I need to get the boost gauge on. I need the injectors. Oh man, it sounds so nice. Alright, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put the GoPro around here and I'm gonna go around the block to see if I can capture some of the sound, alright? Alright, so we are back in the garage and honestly I'm super excited. That was the first drive on the car after connecting the whole turbo kit. We just went for a cruise, we didn't get into it, and you guys, besides the wind noise, you guys could hear how it sounds, which I think it sounds amazing. I'm excited and I'm looking forward to actually keep making progress on the car, but that's gonna be for this video. So yeah guys, there you guys have it. That's the first drive on my GA16 DET. I have a long way to finish this car, but right now we are basically stuck with fuel. The only thing that we have right now is the fuel pump, but we're still running the stock ECU because the AEM is actually not touched. It have the OEM tune right now, and I still have the stock injectors and the stock regulator, so that's why I went for a cruise, didn't went nothing crazy. But for the next video, that's gonna be the part 2 or the continuation of this. We're gonna be installing the injectors and we're gonna look into messing with the tune. By then I should have the boost gauge installed. I'm aiming for 5 psi right now, and make sure that the mixture with the AFR is good, and we should be able to actually get it running right now. I have just to do a couple things, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a nice day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, wash your hands, and I will see you on the next one. God bless you all and have a nice day.